All right, what's up, everybody? This is Zacharias. We're back again with more of Avadon 2: The Corruption. We are doing more quests. This time we are in the Cave of Riverlands, hunting for some mercenaries. The sign says, "Mercenary rules. Kill who the tribesmen want killed. Obey the Wolfmaster or else. No more than 3 bottles of ale a day. Collect every coin owed to us. Leave." Okay, so these... Okay, apart from the Ret Shaman, these others don't seem like there'll be any sort of problem. Okay, got a couple Wolf Masters here. Okay, the Wolf Masters themselves are kind of strong. Man, stop trying to come near me. A potion of vitality. And a potion of speed. Okay, so those aren't hostile, so we don't have to worry about them. Shaman plug. Another curing brew. Potion of battle. You enter the main hall of this mercenary lair. A motley mix of human and wretch are scattered about the room, waiting for you. There are 2 gates in the west wall. Each leads to a wolf pen. A wheel by each gate is manned by an archer, waiting for orders to release the hounds. There is a 3rd wolf in a gate by the east wall. It is an angry, hungry creature, but its hateful looks are directed at its master. The master of the clan sits on a throne by the north wall. He rises and points at you. "You have made a horrible mistake, pack lackey. I am Wolfmaster Aslak, and I will feed you to my hounds for what you have done." "You have been disrupting the peace of the pact, and you will pay." "The peace of the pact?" He snorts. "The peace of the pact is dead forever. Soon all will be ruins, and only the strong will survive. For your foolishness, you deserve to feed my wolves. Warriors, attack! Speaking of wolves, I have a wolf in my... Actually, let's call it Salamander. You want to call it wolf, we'll call it Salamander. Wolfmaster Azak cries out, "Open the first gate! Come, my pets! Aid me!" One of his archers turns the wheel, hoping that there are still wolves on the other side to aid the battle. Okay, you can't summon when there's another one. There's one already, okay. I wonder what would have happened if we killed both of those guys in time before he was able to use them to open the gate. Wolfmaster Azak cries out, "Open the second gate! Come, my pets, aid me!" However, the archer left to turn the wheel is no longer capable of doing the job. Yeah, because we killed them. Yeah, so we should have killed both of those archers first, to be honest. Okay, Savage Blow. Wolfmaster Azak notes that the battle seems to be going very poorly. He pulls a potion from his pouch and drinks it. Wolfmaster Azak falls to the ground, dead. It was a messy business, but now there is one less band of thugs in the contested lands causing trouble. Ooh, low stone chain boots. That is going to be very good on Kalita. Need all the boosts of strength we can get. Ideally, I should be saving the armor for my other warrior, the Shadow Walker Yoshiria. Okay, so we don't want to replace the ones we got. Ah, that's still too much? Wow, okay. You turn the wheel, a nearby gate opens. The wolves in the pen react to their freedom with joy. Bloodthirsty, violent joy. Okay, so they become hostile. No matter what, if you open the gate, if you just open the gate. well, we still killed him anyway, just for the XP. You turn the wheel, the cage opens, and the lone wolf leaps out. It has been sorely mistreated by the mercenaries here. It looks around it with mad eyes for any of its former masters so that it can get its revenge. The huge warg shies away from you. It recognizes that you are not its enemies, but it's far too wild to welcome your friendship. Aww. Well, at least it didn't attack us. Okay, I'm guessing their outpost is going to be this section right here. But we are going to leave them alone. You finally get close enough that the drunk brigands can't help but notice you. They sneer and reach for their weapons. Then you get closer and they can make out the insignia of a hand of Avadon, and they aren't arrogant anymore. They rise unsteadily to their feet, unsure what to do but not wanting to surrender this farmhouse before it's been completely looted. One man stumbles forward and says, "What do you want? This is our place. Leave us." Looting in a war zone is punishable by death. If there is anything the many peoples of the pack can agree on, it's that looters are generally scum. When you charge, the brigands sober up very quickly. Your character is low on vitality. Using more powerful abilities fatigues you, draining vitality. When you are out, you can't use your strong abilities anymore. To cure fatigue, return to Avadon or Portal Pylon. You can also drink a potion of vitality. Well, there does happen to be a portal pylon in the area, so... in this section, so no biggie. I like how we're challenging them, but... that one still goes for Malik. Okay, using a blade is not really advised for the Tinker Mage, clearly, even though there is a skill called blade training. But I guess if you wanted to go with the left path, you can do that. You can do blade training, or use your blade more then and train strength. But I am going on the path of the turrets instead, so that's why. Sign says Skyrise Farm. The door to this large farmhouse is held shut by a padlock. Knocking on the door receives no answer. You decide against engaging in a little housebreaking. Avadon is unpopular enough as it is. You know, come to think of it, even though a shaman is kind of limited as what he can do, being able to summon the salamander is still very handy. You are at the outskirts of a small colony, still surprisingly populated given the violence of late. There is a large inn on the riverbank. A prosperous workshop is just to the north. There are crude palisades set up around the settlement, but no guards. Perhaps the sentries fled when they saw you coming. A thin line of smoke rises from the inn's chimney. Someone here is open for business. Okay, what is this place? So, the farmhouse to the east has been abandoned. Its owners probably fled about the time the Cava and the Wild Rim warriors began to participate in a mutual exchange of blood. You can't say that departure was unwise. The ground around the mossy walls bears the tracks and spoor of a variety of wildlife, some of it quite large. Ah, yes, a bunch of rats. Alright, we'll level this up, and we will do that. Triumphant Roar. A rallying cry gives all nearby allies haste and war chant. Okay, that's going to be very handy later on, then. Okay, well, before we explore the inn and stuff, I kind of just want to just still scout the area. Okay, it looks like we explored most of what we could, though. Right, let's head over and explore whatever this farm area is. Sawdust covers every surface in this workshop, and the air is heavy with the pleasant smell of freshly cut wood. The benches and tables on display are clearly, even to your untrained eye, very well made. The carpenter steps out from around the corner. Her dress is stained with varnish, and the tools hanging from her belt clang together. She is a young woman of the Wild Realm, and, even though you clearly aren't a customer, she greets you warmly. Welcome, warrior. I am Sisania, and this is my workshop. I sense you are in the market for a stool, but I will help you with what I can. Tell me about your workshop. No secrets here. I learned to work wood when I was young. I have a natural affinity for it. When I came of age, I came here to ply my trade for the brave farmers that work these lands. Natural affinity? We of the Wild Realm spent all of our time in the woods. All of our homes and furniture are wood, not stone like the cruel raiders of Cameria. It is one of our honored crafts, and we are very good at it. How is business? Poor. I did sell a wagon wheel last month, though, so there's that. I like to see your wares. She politely shows them to you. Unsurprisingly, the stools and plows on display are not useful to your venturing lifestyle. I have another question. Sisania speaks with you while standing down the surface of a table. She does all of her work with great care. It might only be a table, but it will be a table to be proud of. I'd like to know more about these lands. Ah, the contested lands. Does anyone even remember the old name for this region? Rich hills and farmland, and nobody can take advantage without risking getting their throat slit. Why did you come here? Because my tribe was large and crowded in its lands. I wanted to live in a more free land, a place where I had room to breathe. Alas, these days, this can be very risky. I am looking for some mercenaries hired by the Wild Realm. There are so many thugs wandering these woods now, and I can't tell any of them apart. I'd ask the innkeeper. Old Shunar might know something. What do you think of the rebellion? Nothing. In the contested lands, wise people keep their mouths shut about politics. We don't want to spill the blood of fellow members of the pact. We only wish to live our lives. You don't approve of the rebellion. Saying such a thing invites a visitor with a knife in the middle of the night. I'm against the shedding of any blood, including mine. Now, why are you still here? Because this is my land, my home. I am a member of the pact. I will not flee from pact lands. But I will not judge people who flee. A family we were close to recently left. For their safety, they are going to stay with family in the Cava. Before they left, they asked me to watch their farm. She shakes her head. And how is that going? Poorly. It is called Skyrise Farm. It is south across the river and then east. Some brigands have set up camp outside, and they are looting the few things of value that remain. The owners left me with the fund to pay to keep up the farm. If someone drove off those brigands, I could compensate them for their time. I drove off those brigands. He tells Sasania the tale, and she is pleased. I didn't need another thing to worry about. She counts out a modest pile of coins and gives it to you. Thank you for your aid. She thinks about it. Actually, if you were interested in Skyrise Farm, I am allowed to do more than just waste time looking at it. Tell me more about Skyrise Farm. Its owners have authorized me to sell it. They have had enough of living in fear out here, as they put it. If you wanted to spend some of your great wealth you're earning on your adventures, I could make you a proud homeowner. You're a hand of Avadon, right? That means you should be able to easily afford it. It's a good farm, nice land, decent condition. Only a small haunting problem. What could I grow there? Almost anything. Rich soil, as I said. If you survive to retire, it would be a great place to raise a family. Until the rebels come back. Haunting? She laughs. Oh, I'm just joking. The owners told me they kept hearing ghosts in the basements. Nonsense, of course. Probably just nerves from the stress of living out here. How much does it cost? Only 2,000 coins. That's the lowest price I am allowed to accept. And yes, before you ask, that includes your Avadon discount. Not interested, I'm afraid. Not surprised. Pity. Couldn't hurt to have a little influence with Avadon around here. Well, if you change your mind, I'll be here, I hope. Okay, so we do have the option to buy a house. Sasania's husband is wandering around the house, gathering and cleaning his weapons for a long hunt in the woods. He doesn't share his wife's friendly attitude towards visitors. When you approach him, he mutters something and moves to a different room. This is a huge, old inn, perhaps dating even to before the Black Age, when the contested lands became contested in the first place. The oak timbers overhead are stained with 10,000 layers of soot, and the wood under your feet has ruts worn into it by the feet of countless travelers. And yet, you are the only customer. The innkeeper seems thrilled to see you until he realizes that there is a hand of Avadon in his establishment. Still, a customer is a customer. He says, I'm Shunar, of the Cava. Welcome to the Riverside Inn, an establishment with a long history, which I hope is not about to end. Tell me about this inn. The Riverside Inn? My family came from the Cava to start this inn over 2 centuries ago. We have survived war, rebellion, wretches, and our own regret to provide merchant caravans with the most edible food on the free roads. You are from the Cava. I am, but more importantly, I am from the Pact. That is far more important to me than where my ancestors hailed from. How was business? He looks around at the empty inn. Oh, it's marvelous. You hear that total silence? Nothing makes better music to an innkeeper's ears. Since you are his only customer, Shunar is always close at hand, ready to try to earn a little money. What do you have for sale? Food and drink. A few odd items passing merchants traded me. And rooms, of course. Let me see the menu. Shunar's food and drink are, as promised, basically edible. Can I see the items you obtained? Shunar sometimes accepts good in lieu of cash payment. Some of the odd items that it has accumulated over the years look useful. Indeed. Although the only one we really have a use for is going to be the potions of health right now. Can I sell something to you? Ooh, nice, we can. Okay. I don't need anything. Of course, I understand completely. I'd like to know more about these lands. They are being fought over by Wild Rim rebels, Cava raiders, pack soldiers, and from what I hear, wretches and titans now. Good, rich lands spoiled by foolishness and greed. You take no side in the struggle? I take the side of the pack. I have many friends in these lands, Cava and Wild Rim alike. I will see none of them killed. This warfare is madness, and I don't care who hears me say it. Any specific information of use? No, I don't leave the palisade if I can help it. I know a few rumors, but not fresh ones. All I can tell you is that if you travel the free roads around here, you should keep your blade handy. Any odd jobs that need doing? Shunar goes to the window and looks out to the east. He points to the woods there. Rats. Rats? Packs of them, not your ordinary rodents. Huge, feral, violent things, and no bounty hunters have been through to hunt them for months. I know it's beneath you, but if you kill them, I would give you something quite useful as a reward. Shunar is an innkeeper in the Cava Riverlands region. He told you that the woods to the east have been infested by large, hungry rats. Eliminating these creatures would earn a bounty. Okay, let's explore the rest of this area, though. Ooh, more coins. Do that, and we have build freezing turret. Constructs an ice turret in a nearby location that sprays cones of ice on nearby foes. The higher the skill, the higher the level of the turret. Okay, that should very much come in handy, though. Blessed runestone, a curing brew. Bronze girdle. We'll go ahead and sell that. Okay, so it's going to be right over here. I thought there was something in this section we could get, but I wanted to wait until we got something needed for it first. If there is anybody else we need to talk to, and there was. So we have a house we can purchase. And we got a mission to kill some rats. I mean, I know it's one of the lesser tasks to do, but hey, it's still something to do, right? And every little bit of money helps. One of those cases where clearly I don't even need to summon any turrets here. Ooh. More chain greaves. Now we'll just let her carry those until... Actually, yeah, I'm glad I put those on because that does not take her over the limit at all. So, now that she has more strength, she can wear those. Perfect. Potion of speed, we'll take that. Yeah, we didn't even need to use any of our abilities. We could just wreck them like that. Those huge rats are dead. Tunar says, I am grateful, and in return I have something I won from a passing sorcerer in a game of cards. Nothing that would help me, but he fetches a long polished wooden staff from a storeroom and hands it to you. It's warm to the touch. All I can use it for is a hand warmer in the colder months. I think it would be better off in your hands. Ooh, a mage's staff. That would be good to put on Dedrick, but I think the one who would get most use out of it would be Yonic, so we'll save that for him. And now that we actually, I know it's going to make our money plummet down here, but let's go ahead and buy that farmhouse since we happen to get enough money there. Cabaret's farm. I'll take it. Thessania takes a small hoard of coinage, counts it carefully, and hands you a deed of sale and a key. Welcome to the neighborhood. I will make sure this money makes it to the owners. Minus a small fee, of course. I like to buy furniture for my house. Okay. Her face lights up. Wonderful. Business has been so bad lately. I was beginning to worry. How about a solid wood 4-poster bed fit for Redbeard himself? I can make some sturdy wooden shelves for you. When you retire, you'll have somewhere to display all of your hard-earned books, trophies, and treasures. I'm sure you'll have many interesting visitors, perhaps Redbeard himself. No adventurer's home is complete without a feasting table and chairs. I don't need anything. Alright, what else did you want? Nothing right now, so we will need more coins to actually take advantage of our house here. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and explore it. And then we do need to recharge real quick. You enter your new home for the first time. You look around, and the thrill of being a landowner helps you ignore how worn down and neglected everything is. Some new furniture wouldn't hurt. Perhaps there is a skilled woodworker in the area. You take a moment to daydream about a possible future life, a farm, a hometown, perhaps a family, and then reality comes crashing back in. Before any of that is possible, you have much work to do and much danger to face. You explore your basement, which comes with ample storage space. It's cool, still, and quiet, and then an icy wind blows past you. You shudder, and then it is past. Very odd. So we can definitely buy the furniture and all that stuff when we can. Ooh, elixirs. We are definitely taking these. Ooh, steel javelin. That's good on him. We can give that to Yannick when we next get a chance. The eraser disc. I think Yoshiria can use that. Or Alkander, whoever needs it. But yeah, look at that. The steel javelin definitely does more damage here. Okay, so we will need... We will definitely will need to get more furniture when we get the money. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and recharge. We don't have to worry about using vitality potions right now. And we will talk back to Watcher Dinez. The mercenaries are dead. Truly. Ha! I wish I could see the look on Watcher Corral's face. The greasy traitor. I thank you for this blow for the true side of right in this battle. The Kava. The Niz gives you a pouch of gold and surprisingly a horseshoe. I know this seems like a meager reward, an old rusty horseshoe, and yet keep it in your pack. I think you will find that once you do, things will go much easier for you. Do you need anything else? I do not, and even if I did, you have quite exhausted my supply of the more worthy items. I thank you for your aid. Did you lose much in the raid? Help you to help find it. Okay, let's do that. We'll give those a boost real quick. The revive servant and healing chant. I still don't think his boasting about Watcher Crawl is necessary, but whatever. Charm, lucky horseshoe, 4% less time for abilities to recharge, 15% to hit chance. Ooh, that might be very good. We'll keep that on Malik then. In the meantime, though, let's head off for now. And go right back to where we started for Yatsua. And explore Ravaged Woods. You find that Watcher Gamal is still guarding the small encampment. He smiles and nods when you approach. I see that you survived to reach the keep. I am sorry about Silky. It is a hard thing losing a trusted scout like that. Come, sit. You are always welcome at my fire. Have you seen any sign of Silky? No, nothing, and don't think we haven't been looking. I'm sorry. Hard thing. Why are you posted out here? To watch the road, protect the few travelers and merchants there are, watch for rebels and kill them if we can. Why would anyone travel out here? Foolishness mostly, but fools exist. The rebels are violent and unpredictable. Anyone wise takes the roads to the north and stays well away from the contested lands. You note that he is constantly lightly touching the horn sitting next to him, as if to verify it's still near, and to blow your horn. Of course, most importantly to blow the horn and alert Rockridge Keep if an attack happens. Tell me something about this area? Little to tell. It's been quiet since the attack happened. We've seen signs of wretches and a few ogre stragglers to the east and north, but nothing that makes us need to leave our posts. Tell me about the rebels. I am a loyal warrior of the Keva and the Pact. I can only say one thing. They are foolish and greedy savages who wish to undermine the Pact. They should be crushed. You hate them. How can I? They are children. They claim these lands that were never theirs. They will give up the safety of the Pact to maintain the old, barbaric ways. They must be treated like children, which means that we must spank them until they obey. I agree. The rebels should be severely punished for disobeying the Pact. Gabal nods. Indeed, they must be brought to heel. Nothing is more important than obeying the law. Okay. Ooh, coin. That must be a drop from when they killed the ogres earlier. You find another abandoned logging camp, much larger than the one you slept in before the rebels attacked and Silky was taken. All the civilians in this region have fled, and you can't blame them. Neither the rebels nor the Pact are in control of this area, and when there is a power vacuum, wretches are quick to move in. You don't need Silky's help to spot their tracks, or smell their rotting refuse, or hear them chattering and grumbling in the middle of the camp. Okay, so we are right here. Another steel short sword. Ah, more dire wolves. Get more money. Okay, what is up here real quick? Okay. Uh, we already have Cleto's ability to bless us, so we don't really need those crystals anymore. If I was going the left path of the Blaze Master, then maybe so, but nah, not really anymore. Okay. Okay, so we don't use spears, so we can go ahead and sell those. Oh, what the heck? They have more behind me? Get out of here with that. Whatever, they're easy to kill, so no big deal. I don't even need to summon any turrets for this. Okay. So now that we are downstairs, we're going to go ahead and save the game right here, but I will see you all soon with the next part of Let's Play.